Today I want to show everybody how to make a works cited page or a bibliography online. A works cited page is a separate document which is attached to the end of your essay, and it contains all the sources of information that you've used in your research and that you're quoting in your paper. This works in conjunction with your in-text citations, which appear directly after the quotations. I should be able to look at your in-text citations and see the author's name and then quickly find the citation on your works cited page at the very back of your paper. Now, you guys have it lucky because nowadays you can do everything digitally, and it's a lot less tedious than it was, say, 20 years ago when you had to manually format and you had to look up all the information you needed to create a proper citation. Now, I'm starting on the within the search database, and I have all the databases listed alphabetically by clicking on the A to Z listing. If you're not sure how to get to here, you have to watch the previous video on how to access the search database. I'm assuming that you've already watched that or that you were in class when we went over this, so I'm not going to go over how to get into here. So again, there are three databases I want you guys to focus on. There's Academic One file, which is right here. There is the General One file, which is right here. And then there is the ProQuest Newsstand, which is right here. Let's start with Academic One file. I've already found a resource, and Academic One file is pretty simple to use because of this link right here. Okay, so you click on Citation Tools, and there is your citation. Now, they take it a step further, and you can actually export your citation to Easybib.com, which is the citation tool I want you to use. Before we click on that, though, let's go to Easybib.com. And what I think you should do is log in, and you're going to need to sign in with Google. All right, this should be pretty easy. You just click that, click the username or the profile you want to use, click Allow, and now every time you log in with your Phoenix Gmail account, you'll have your little Easybib account ready to go. Now, one thing Easybib wants you to do is disable your ad blocker. And that's pretty simple to do. You simply go over to the right hand corner of the screen and you click on Ad Block Plus, and you click on this green arrow, and it disables it for this site. Okay, then hit refresh, and now the ad blocker is turned off, and it's not going to bother you to turn that off anymore. So you're going to click on a new project, and you'll probably name it Fredenberg Research of Mice and Men, something like that. Okay, choose English. You don't need to fill all this stuff out. This is important. MLA 7. Keep that on MLA 7. Okay, hit create. That creates your project. Once you've created your project, you click on Bibliography, which is a works cited page. It's another word for a works cited page, and this is the page. This is what you want to see. Okay, now let's go back to our Academic One file and our citation. Again, export to Easybib. Click on Export, and it automatically uploads your citation. You don't have to think about how to format it. You don't have to think about really anything at all. It's super easy. So the next resource is the General One file. So if you click on that, I've already got a article pulled up. Click on Citation Tools again. Click on Easybib and export. The next one is ProQuest Newsstand. Okay, right there. I've got an article pulled up. Now, ProQuest Newsstand, they don't have the same citation tools that the Academic One and the General One offer you. they make it a little bit more tricky. And what you need to do is click on your URL and copy it. Then go to Easybib, and where you see cite a website by entering the URL, you simply paste your URL into here. Okay? Now, what's important is that you enter information when it comes up. Okay, so this is the screen where you have to enter information. You see these orange squares. That means that the information is missing. You need to fill all these in. Then you hit Create Citation. So it is a little bit more work, but it is how you're supposed to do it properly. And there we have it, right there. That's what it looks like. Now, one piece of advice I have for you is, while you're working, is to open a Google Doc. Okay, open a blank Google Doc. Name it research sources and quotes or something along those lines, so you will be able to find it. And say, for example, you have a quote that you want to use in your paper. You make a running list of your quotes, okay? And you also pair that with the author's name and the publication name and all that, so that you can keep track of where you got your information from. This will save you a lot of headaches when you go to write your paper. If you keep track of where you got your quotes from, believe me, it's going to save you a ton of time in the long run, rather than having to go back and try to find where you got a quote from, which, believe me, it's happened to me before, and it's a pain in the butt. If you just take good notes and you keep track of where you've gotten your research, you won't have to do that. Okay. And this is Akunda. And it's super easy. I mean, all you have to do is copy and paste. And one other thing you can do is put your quotes in italics, or put the title in italics so that they're separated and you know which is which. Okay? Or you could always tab over with your quotes so they are moved over a little bit. It's up to you how you want to do this. Just make sure you keep track of where you get your information. And that's while you're working. Now, going back to easybib.com. When you're done gathering sources, what you want to do is hit Export and save to Google Docs or print as Word. Since we're working with Google Docs all year, I think it makes sense to do that. There's your Works Cited. Let me know if you have any questions.